Bring your A game.
Dunia pendidikan sudah berubah. Semuanya sudah berbeza. Kita tidak lagi boleh gunakan cara lama.
Malay College, anytime you are ready, you can start.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all the judges. My name is Haris Aryan from the Malay College Kuala Kangsar alongside with my friends Kushairi and Umar. We are going to present to you about our product called Read, a reader in your pocket. Next slide. Okay. As we all already know, blind people cannot read because they don't have all 5 senses like we do. They are unable to see like us. Some of them were born blind, or some of them were blind because of an accident. So imagine living your life without seeing your family and friends, enjoying the view of nature, looking at animals, and read. But with the help of a genius in the past, they now can read using the Braille code invented by Louis Braille. With this, they can now read books, religious texts, science reports, and all related stuff. However, this outstanding invention comes with a great disadvantages, which are firstly, it is very expensive to produce. Braille books are very expensive compared to normal books because it uses thicker paper and a special machine to produce it. It cannot be simply printed by such as normal books using ink. Secondly, it is not widely available. The cost of production that is very high and expensive makes it not widely available across the world, especially in developing countries and rural areas. And lastly, Braille books are very thick and heavy compared to normal books because it uses thicker paper. Thus, it is hard to carry a Braille book around like a normal book. This can cause some burden to the users to carry the books around. So next.
So with all the disadvantages that we mentioned earlier, so what we want to do to solve the problems? Well, we found one solution. Focusing on the problem of Braille that not widely available, we introduce you a robot that can help the blind people to read regular text without using Braille. So why you need this invention? There are many reasons. Firstly, it helps the blind people to read regular text without using the Braille. Secondly, it's very easy to use. There are no very complicated instructions. Other than that, it is rechargeable with a battery that can last for 12 hours. And its size also is very small that you can put the robot in your pocket. Other than that, it can connect to wireless earphone or smartphone using the Bluetooth function. And finally, it is an eco-friendly invention, meaning that if you support our product, if you support our robot, our product, you can help us to reduce the pollution of our ocean. As you know, our ocean is filled with plastic that we throw from all over the world. So to save the marine life, we used 100% recycled plastic from the collected. We use 100% recycled plastic from the plastic that we collected from the ocean to make the robot. So what's inside our robot? First, we have a push button. As you can see, this two red thing is a push button. And then we have a Bluetooth part, so we can connect it to the wireless earphone and smartphone. Then we have a USB Type C, so we can charge the robot. And of course we have rechargeable battery. Other than that, we have speakers, so we can hear the robot read the text out loud for us, LED light, and OCR scanner. So what is OCR scanner? OCR is a short form for optical character recognition. OCR use a combination of hardware and software to convert physical document into machine-readable text. By doing so, we can edit the original physical document in the computer very easily. Other than that, we can save time because we don't need to type the text from the physical document into the computer manually, as we can scan it and automatically it appear in computer as a readable and editable text. For example, in this video, you can see this is a physical document and this is a OCR scanner. It scan the text and all the text will be displayed on the computer as a readable text and editable text. So how to use this robot? Well, you just need to push the left side button and scan the text using our robot. Then the robot will process the text that you scan and it will read the text out loud for you using the built-in speaker or to your wireless earphone or smartphone. Here the concept video.
Okay, so this is a concept video of how our model works. Firstly, we'll push the first button on the top of the model to switch it on. Next, we push the second button on the left side of the model and drag the model across the text that we want to read. After that, the model will read the text out loud, for example, the MCKK. Okay, so right now I will present you our AR model in our reality composer. Just give me a second. Okay, so can you see the model? Okay, so here is a big picture of our read model. So as you can see here, you must imagine of what the black dots are at the side of the model. So the black dots are a braille code which reads read, which is the name of our product. So as you can see here, as Kushairi Naim has presented to you, the red buttons are the buttons that we use to control our product. And here is the USB port that we use to recharge our product. And here, if you remember, Kushairi Naim mentioned about us using an LED light. So here is where we use our LED light to lighten up our read at our model. And here is our speaker. So now I will show you the inside part of our model. Here is the view from the right side of our model. So as you can see here, there is a speaker, and this red component here is the ORC sensor. So we used it to scan the document, and it will send the information of the text to the speaker so that it can read it out loud for us. Okay, so here is the left side of the product. Yeah, and as you can see here, this is our button to for us to activate the scanning part of our product. And here is the top view of our product and the front view. So I guess that is all. Thank you.
Okay, to conclude,
Saya ada satu soalan. Okey, Syairi. Punya model ni user friendly tak kepada blind people?
Boleh spesifikkan lagi soalan?
User friendly maksudnya dari segi penggunaannya. Sebab kamu bagi contoh tadi yang pen tadi untuk read text itu untuk normal people. Yang ni untuk yang orang buta.
Untuk soalan ni,
basically our product is a friendly user product because as you know, we presented that the product uses a simple method to use. As you heard just now, for blind people to use it, they will just have to push the first button on the top of the product and press hold the left button on the left side of the product. So it doesn't require a very hard method to use it. So it is so that blind people can use it easily. And before they use it, they will be taught on how to use the product so that they can use it anytime they want.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, one question daripada saya. Kalau if you notice that you have shown to us about your design, you are using LED light. So
Yeah.
really, what is the purpose of the LED light for blind people?
The purpose of LED light is not specifically for blind people. It's for the people that helps the blind people that helps the blind people. So when they help the blind people to charge it, they can check if they are charging the product or not. So that is the purpose of LED light.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, for the blind people, normally they need to feel where to scan. So that's why they has a braille system. But for this one, without the braille system, maybe they need assistance or help from others to show where they need to scan the document. So maybe they need someone to help. Or maybe the document, maybe they need to have some sort of a braille in one part so that they can start, the blind people know where to start the document, to scan the document.
so as similar to other things, we firstly have to practice using our product, practice first before we can get used to our product. So in the first maybe a month or in a certain period of time, you have to be consulted or to be guided before when you first try the product. So maybe after a certain period of time, you are able to detect where you want to scan or which part do you want to scan on a certain document.
Okay.
Thank you, Malay College Kuala Bangsa. Now, let's proceed to our next team from Sekolah Tun Fatimah.
Sekolah Tun Fatimah, you may start now.
Even a manically depressed robot is better to talk to than nobody, by Douglas Adams, a famous English author. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning. I bid to the honorable judges, teachers, and fellow friends. My name is Adriana Safia and my teammates are Zafrin and Ariana. We from Sekolah Tun Fatimah would like to present to you to our project. As you can see on the screen, it is our intention not to include the robot name because we will reveal it as the presentation progresses. Before that, I would like to pass you to Zafrin to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Adriana. Now, I would like to ask you, have you ever felt alone but you're not sure what to do about it? How about feeling anxious but had no one to talk to? Or any other issues presented on the screen? Unfortunately, almost 3 out of 4 people in this world has at least one of these issues. Hence, our group decided to invent a robot called BessieBot. So what is BessieBot? BessieBot is a combination of 2 words, which are Bessie, the slang for best friend, and bot, the word that derives from the word robot. So our robot is made up of steel and partially biodegradable waste. So our BessieBot is an exceptional autonomous robot which has the ability to behave exactly like a real-life pet. With the help of an infrared sensor, a Bluetooth controller app, and other main components such as the Arduino Mega, a lithium battery, hub motor UC and rubber tires, a color changing indicator card, and an electric microphone Arduino. Other than the infrared sensor, the BessieBot consists of 3 other sensors, which are the sound detection sensor, the contact sensor, and a positioning sensor. Now, we will explain to you briefly how does our BessieBot works. First, by turning on the Bluetooth on the device, that will automatically connect the robot to the device. One could control the bot's movements and directly move it to one's desired location. Other than that, the individual for us, the robot to dance or wiggle itself, or any other specialty by simply clicking on the buttons shown on the app. Furthermore, when we pat its head, it would yawn due to the rotation of the contact sensor, and it will get angry if you pat it or hit it non-stop. Here's an animation we created for better visualization. Now, I'll pass you over to Adriana to continue presenting.
Thank you, Zafrin. So for the past few months, we had created a survey regarding our product via Google Form. There is a total of 572 responses from various range of age. We did receive lots of feedback, which is positive generally, but also some negative feedback that we take them as our stepstone to move forward and improve in the future. Based on the result, we received different type of responses to the questions. For example, owning a pet becomes a common topic nowadays. Why do you think there is certain people who still don't have a pet? Thus, about 89.1% agree on having a robot that behaves like a real pet is beneficial in their life. From that, we can conclude, whichever way you look at it, the underlying trend is clear, that everyone needs a good companion to avoid loneliness, such as BessyBot. Loneliness could lead someone to overthinking, make unreasonable decisions sometimes, and asking pointless questions to themselves. Meanwhile, our data also shows a good potential for our robot to be functioning as an emotional support for humans in their daily life. Stress, depression, and suicidal attempts are widely known as serious issues, not only in local, but also globally. From now on, Ariana will take over the presentation from here.
Thank you, Adriana. Turning our attention now to targeted community, we believe all people, children, elderly, regardless their age, are suitable for having BessyBot. There are plenty of issues in the world, but we would like to focus on these three. Firstly, having a hard time to express to yourself. This would likely happen to a person who has introverted personality. Second, elderly would experience this kind of problem where he or she lives alone and needs companion. Besides elderly, teenagers or adults who live alone also could relate to this situation. The last one, bacteria infection. Kids nowadays love to play and get dirt all over their body, or even seeing stray cats on the roadway could attract them to touch or play with them. To put it simply, we believe BessyBot is the best solution for all these problems and are beneficial to humans. In conclusion, we can conclude that our robot is eco-friendly due to its material. Next, the composition of steel and biodegradable waste make the robot more stable and has high durability. Last but not least, BessyBot is beneficial to people as it has many advantages that includes emotional support, be a favorite spot to talk to, and many more. As for our future plans, we would like to use nanogrind technology. Nanogrind technology is the process of making small particles even more compact to produce a new product or material which has good quality and fully biodegradable. We believe BessyBot has potential to change the world with the help of nanogrind technology. With that, I end our presentation and thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Sekolah Tumpa 5 for the presentation. Now we can proceed to the Q&A session.
Okay, so I think it's a good idea to have companion that. But what the detail of this companion actually work, I think it's not presented how this actually what it can do as a companion. What this Bessie bot can do.
Okay, so we forgot to include that the Bessie bot can actually pick things up by there's actually sort of like a magnet or like a claw right below the, as you can see, right below the nose. There's supposedly to be a claw, but it seems like we forgot to add that detail in. It's like you said, like we have said before, we have the Besibot. We can control it around places and move it, meaning that it can move to your desired location. Let's say you want to pick up a book or maybe the newspaper right outside your door. So the Besibot can do that for you. Since we have forgotten to explain that in our presentation, we greatly apologize. And also there's like other new special features like we have included like dancing, meowing, wiggling, it's style and code. But on the animation, we've only included meowing, as I think for the other facilities in the future, if we ever get to showcase our product more, maybe we have the potential to show each and every specialty included in the robot. I hope that answers your question.
Okay.
If there's no more questions, then Sekolah Fatima can end the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable judges.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We are very near to our end. Let's see the last presentation from Sekolah Dato Abdul Razak.
Sudah, you may start now.
Test voice.
Sakit, can you
Can you guys hear my voice?
okay.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all judges. So today we from Sekolah Dato' Abdul Razak. My name is Muhammad Syafiq Zarif bin Kamarudin and my other members are Ahmad Ilham bin Ahmad Riyadz and Mursidul Zaini bin Zaini. So today we're presenting about our innovation called Sanitize Panel. Our mission about our innovation is to able to ensure prevention of COVID-19 spread worldwide. And our vision can ensure the health of community is checked quickly and easily before entering a crowded place. Our objective is to ensure the health of people is guaranteed, adherence to our SOPs, and can reduce time usage for daily life. So I pass the floor to Ahmad Ilhams to continue our presentation.
Okay, next. So we know that ever since the CMO implemented, we have a difficult period, and we have to pass through various problems. So next. So let me summarize about a story about Asma Perik. So Asma Perik is actually a professional advertisement, and she was 23 years old adult, and at that time she was sick and tired of shopping online, so she started in real life. So ever since that, she complained about the mall having a long line between in the billing counter and the outside. So this is really a problem because we see that when people are lining outside the store, they sometimes did not doing performing social distancing, and sometimes they accidentally touch each other because of the long periods of lining up. So next. By the way, if we according to Anhembi Morambi University in Sao Paulo, Brazil, has concluded that 50% to 65% of people are socially vigilant, that stepping down on physical distance measures every 80 days will help avoid more peaks of infection over the next 2 years. So next. So what we found, the problem is that there's a lot of wasting time, especially during queue, because checking temperatures are quite a lot, especially during crowded lining. And other than that, this can lead to high risk of COVID infection. Other than that, some communities do not line up properly and thus physical contact, which causes congestion to queue for their body temperature scan and MySejahtera QR code scan. Last but not least, most places that interest customers have trouble queuing to check their temperature and use a prescribed sanitizer. And now I will present it to the floor with our lead engineer, Mursidul Zaini, to present his
Okay, just next. Okay, so I'll present to you the sanitation panel. So this is the front view of the sanitation panel, which is the sanitation section, which sanitize people, and also the side view, which we can see there is a temperature reader and also the line up section. So the line up section is actually a lot because
of the light up things. So people need to have a lot more light up sections so they can light up properly. Okay, next. Okay, so this is view from above that you can see the light up section apply with the sign stand on the platform below so they can follow the right distance. Okay, next. So components required for this is first the recycle disinfect tank for COVID-19. So this tank is used to supply the COVID-19 disinfect so we can use them to sanitize the person in the sanitation section. Next. Okay, so we got the ultraviolet sterilizer. So ultraviolet is actually a good sterilizer for virus. So we're going to use ultraviolet sterilizer in the sanitation section so it can sterilize all the virus on our body. Okay, next. So the spray nozzle. This is the nozzle that we are going to use for the spraying of the disinfect COVID-19 onto our body. Okay, next. Next. Okay, and just back up. Back. Okay, yes. Okay, so this is the digital temperature reader. So we attach two digital temperature readers. One at the high up is for the adults, and those who cannot reach the higher up one can use the middle one. Okay, next. So this is the pressure sensor. This is attached on every section of the on the sanitation panel, which is the light up section and also the sanitation section. So this is used to detect. This is used to confirm the person standing on the platform. So the program can be moved and also the sanitation can be done. Okay, next. Okay, this is the proximity sensor. It is also attached to every section of this sanitation panel, which is the line up section and also the sanitation section. So proximity sensors is used to detect any nearby person and obligate them to stand on their proper platform. Okay, next. Okay, lastly, we use the reuse motor pump. So this motor pump is used to actually pump the this COVID-19 disinfect and spray the disinfect onto our body. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the flow chart of the program. So first, every line up section will turn green lights on when there's no person. So the proximity sensor will scan if there is anyone nearby. So when there's anyone nearby, it will show the person to stand on the platform. So when they stand on the platform, the light will turn red, indicate that they need to stop there. So when there is no person in front of them, okay, they can start to move again and stand on the next platform. So the distancing of the light up will be followed. Okay, so the sanitation section will also scan the nearby person so they can follow the platform and stand on it so the sanitation can be done. Okay, next. Okay, so how we are using it, we just go to the robot and line up the platform. So we just wait for our turn and wait for our temperature to get checked and then get our cells sprayed. Okay, next. So there's actually a lot of advantage of this. Okay, first, it can save customers time because customer doesn't need to react with any appliances in there, such as the sanitize because it do it itself. Okay, and second, less people getting infected because we follow the SOP compliances. When we ensure the SOP compliances is followed, then less people will get infected because there's no contact with each other. Okay, next. So that's all for them. Thank you.
Okay, can I ask question?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Okay, your design is used to help the people. But if not mistake, okay, our Ministry of Health, okay, already mentioned that if you use like that, we will have eye irritation. Okay, so how about your opinion about this?
Okay, my opinion about this is, if we still follow the SOP compliances, we actually get the point that when the project will release, will lessen up the infected person in daily life. So it's not actually a bad thing to for this project, because yes, it do it automatically without even doing anything. We don't need even to do anything. We just need to follow the instruction by just standing on the platform.
Okay.
For the presentation. Now we will give some space to the judges to reach the marking scheme. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all good things must come to an end. Hence, we have come to the end of the Digital Innovative Robotics Creation Conference. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Do treasure the good and sweet memories of Star Confex 5th edition. Do pardon us for any shortcomings during this event. With this remark, let's close the closing ceremony of the Digital Innovative Robotic Creation with Tasbih Kipara and Surah Al-As. Till we meet again, with that, we thank you. Bye everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Sentiasa menghadirkan pooling factor, the pooling factor kepada sekolah-sekolah ini, maka aplikasi Snap ni adalah antara aplikasi yang terbaik lah untuk memotivasikan pelajar-pelajar kita untuk menyiapkan kerja-kerja yang diberikan oleh guru, dan juga memudahkan juga guru-guru untuk memeriksa kerja-kerja yang diberikan kepada anak-anak muridnya.
Kami as a teacher, personally kami rasanya sangat convenient and then systematic and aplikasi yang sangat organised dalam menyambung sistem ya.
Antara ciri yang saya sangat suka sepanjang saya menggunakan aplikasi Snap ialah untuk pelajar menghantar tugasan sekolah yang diberikan oleh guru, pelajar hanya perlu snap saja gambar dan hantar dalam aplikasi tersebut mengikut waktu yang ditetapkan. Sangat mudah dan saya dapat lihat ada juga kesan positif dalam diri saya di mana saya menjadi seorang yang disiplin kerana saya membuat tugasan mengikut waktu yang telah ditetapkan oleh guru. Selain itu, antara ciri lain yang saya sangat suka dalam aplikasi SnapAd ialah sistem ranking. Sistem ranking ni ialah sistem di mana kita dapat lihat kedudukan pelajar dalam kelas. So, sistem ranking ini mewujudkan semangat persaingan yang sihat dalam kalangan pelajar untuk meningkatkan grade dalam subjek yang ada lah. So, saya anggap sistem ranking dalam aplikasi SnapAd ni ialah sebagai satu cabaran buat diri saya untuk meningkatkan prestasi dan grade saya terutamanya dalam subjek yang lemah. Selain itu, nilai peratusan yang ada dalam aplikasi ini juga memberikan gambaran jelas terhadap tahap kefahaman saya dalam suatu pelajaran, terutamanya bagi subjek yang lemah. So daripada situ, saya dapat mengenal pasti dan mengetahui di mana kesalahan dan kelemahan saya dalam subjek tersebut. So saya mendapat menjadi seorang pelajar yang lebih baik kerana saya dapat meningkatkan tahap kefahaman saya dan cuba untuk menjadi seorang pelajar yang cemerlang di samping mengekalkan prestasi dan kedudukan saya di dalam kelas. So, secara keseluruhannya, saya sangat berpuas hati dan gembira dengan servis dan perkhidmatan yang diberikan oleh pihak SnapAd. So, terima kasih SnapAd atas usaha yang diberikan kepada para pelajar terutama di negeri.